hello on YouTube, because I am also doing that on YouTube, so hello. I hope everything is going quite well for you guys. Today, we're in for this again. We are in for this again. Another practice casting, casting practice stream. And this one is going to be between Samsung Blue and C9 for the World Championship Quarterfinals in 2014. I just have to put it on. There you go. So, you can catch these a day earlier by going on my YouTube channel, on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Cylord here. And let's just get right into it. So this is going to be the full series between C9 and Samsung Blue. Let me just go a bit farther, huh? How about that? A little bit farther even. Okay, so this is after their pronostics and everything. So we are 20 minutes in the broadcast now. Anyway, so yes, this is between Samsung Blue and Cloud9. Samsung Blue have looked a bit shaky this World Tournament. They're still considered one of the Korean juggernauts, and you know, this is amazing right now to go against one of these Korean teams. If there is one that you can beat, normally it would be more Najin White Shield, but if you are against Samsung Blue, there are still some ways that you can look into it to, well, have a bit of a victory. Oh, apparently that got put off. I don't know why, but okay. But you can still have chances to get victories. For example, let me just get back in my stats. So Dade hasn't had an amazing tournament as everyone would have thought, but he has still had a good one with a KDA of about 6.6, which is a more than acceptable KDA. But if there is one guy that you have to look at to neutralize, it's going to be their support Hart. Hart has not died a lot and has tried actually to get a few great plays around the mid lane, if I remember correctly. He hasn't been the most active of supports, but he has still had action, a good amount of action still in there. And actually, he only has a 9.25 KDA. It's not a 14.5, but it's 9.25 and actually has 14 assists. Has the highest kill participation in his group. Actually, no, second highest participation in his group. After, as a support, I mean. No, as a support, highest in his group, tied with FZZF. No, more ZB. FZZF is not in the group. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my stats and I thought that was FZZF as the support for LMQ, but no, FZZF is the support for another team. Which one though? Because I remember it. Yeah, it's Edward Gaming. There you go. On the side of Cloud9, I've seen a good amount of good things from this Cloud9 team. The way that they've worked around the map has been impressive in all their games they've played against Najin White Shield. If they can reciprocate that against this Samsung Blue team, this might be an interesting series. But Samsung Blue overall as a 5-man unit are supposed to be the stronger team. But we'll see how this goes. Samsung Blue are supposed to be the second best Korean team at this tournament. First, of course, is that Samsung White team that has dominated TSM even in their series. Not as badly as I would have thought, because it still went in 4 games. But and this result opens up a bit for Cloud9 to make an upset, you know. But we'll see how this will go. And of course, the starting lineup. For Samsung Blue, in the top lane, you have Acorn as a jungle spirit. Mid lane is Dade with the Dade Award. Bot, Deft, and support Heart. On the other side, Cloud9. Bolt as the top laner. Meteos as the jungler. High in the mid lane. 80 carry, Sneaky, and Lemonation as the support. Sneaky, speaking about him, has had a good tournament. He has had a good tournament, has been has been good on most champions that he has played. I especially liked his illusion in game 1 that he's played against Alliance. Alliance looked out of shape anyway and completely wrong in how they've played the game and how they really saw things. And this is an interesting stat, actually, from one. The KDA is not the one that I want to look at. It's the average CS difference at 10, which is still a weird stat, but I would prefer looking at the CSD at 20, actually, which is minus 11.3 for high. And Dade, on the other side, has played against great competition in this tournament, but at 20, he still averaged minus 9 CS. See, so that's the difference. Yes, they did show you the stat at 10, which was, oh, favorable. Oh, good job. Yeah, good. You have a 1.8 CS advantage. But then, if you look at actually the stat of the CSD at 20, the difference is minor between them. But of course, okay, so the competition in that mid lane was very, very high. If you look at, for example, Xpeke, he has a 16.3 CS advantage at 20. So he has been dominating the CS matchup throughout the whole tournament. This Xpeke, of course, which is not in the tournaments. It's, of course, I mean, they were in the tournament. Right now, they are out of it. They're not in the quarterfinals. But yeah, the thing was, Samsung Blue is a team that doesn't sacrifice the top lane and more sacrifices their bot lane. Deft is left alone for the first 20 minutes, and what Samsung Blue does is like, oh yeah, you're gonna be the carry late game anyway, so we're not gonna give you the farm early. That's fine. You're not gonna be useful anyway for us early, so we're gonna give you what you want late game, and we're gonna more focus on the top side of the map with Acorn. And this shows up. You can see that because the only real guy with a good CS advantage between the 3 lanes is going to be Acorn, with a 12 CS advantage on his lane opponent. Doesn't mean much, but when you end the game with a 22 CS advantage, that is significant. And Jungle also, Spirit, having a good tournament. Hasn't been the best when it comes to participating in the early skirmishes, but no one in this tournament really has done so except Pawn. Actually, wait, Pawn? Is it Pawn the jungler for Dandy? Sorry, Dandy. Anyway, we are in the game, in the first game between these two teams, Samsung Blue and Cloud9. So the bans are pretty weird, I would say, actually, because Samsung Blue have banned both Alistar and Maokai on blue side. And yeah, that's quite weird. Of course, you don't want to let Dade have his Yasuo, even if I think Hai could potentially have a good time against that, because, again, Dade has not had a great tournament. Again, this is the second Worlds where he hasn't showed up big time, and it's kind of bad. Maybe I should put on the cam for this one, huh? Should I put on the cam for once? I'm gonna try to put on the cam, actually. So, first pick is going to be that Thresh standard. A strong pick for all of the 8 remaining teams in the tournament. So, yeah. The response is also pretty standard. You have Kha'Zix, which is one of the best scaling junglers at that point because, of course, of his damage output, which is the only jungler in this meta that really does damage. Who else are you going to go with that deals damage in the jungle? You don't go with one. And the Rise, of course, as a flex, but more normally towards the top lane. And Balls has already played it in the tournament and hasn't played that badly. Samsung Blue with the Shaco, I don't think that's going to come out. But the Tristana for Deft, of course, going to let him do his thing. Early game is going to be a bit sacrificed, and mid game is a bit of a slump. But he's just going to farm up and have a good time whenever late game will come in, and that is exactly what Samsung Blue want from Deft. The Elise, it's one of the 2 responses you're going to have to the Kha'Zix anyway, because there's just Elise or Jarvan here when Lee Sin is already banned. So, yes, the jungle meta is really stale. When you think of today as a stale jungle meta, this is stale. You have 4 picks. ADC, you have 3 picks. So these are stale, okay? No, really, you have 3 picks in the ADC role. You have Tristana, Lucian. Okay, Corki and Twitch. You have 4. But you don't have more than that because it's more towards the mid game and dominant and things like that. But it's never going to be normally more of a late game carry, except the Tristana, which is the exception of the rule. Now, Syndra and Morgana are going to be the picks for C9, which is a lot of AP. A lot of AP, double solo lanes AP, but when you have the jungle being AD, you can do that. Also, there's Kog'Maw. I kind of forgot about Kog'Maw. But in this composition, you shouldn't pick Kog'Maw, actually. You're going to have a bad time as Kog'Maw. But what will Samsung Blue round up their picks with? If they go with that Rumble and Jace, I don't like that. Their composition would feel very disjointed if they get those picks. Nidalee is a bit better. They can play it more towards a 1-3-1 now. They can play more towards a 1-3-1, but it's kind of odd still because right now you have that Jace that is going to be feeling comfortable when it comes to the mid-game portions, and the Nidalee is also going to be more of a split push carry towards the mid-game. And then you have Tristana, and you have Elise. Elise is very, very early game focused. You don't give her any real CC. You do have that bit of damage from the top side that is coming in for the ganks, which can help, but what is Jace going to do in that mid lane except just push in the wave and not do anything around the map? I know this is what they do anyway in this tournament. You know, they just get their mid lane wave, then they go to the Wolves, then they get their mid lane wave, they go to the Raptors, then they get their mid lane wave, they go to the Wolves, and they just repeat that cycle again and again because the Raptors are 1 minute spawn time. 1 minute. You don't have any agency to leave the lane. You're always going to stay in the lane. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's stupid to leave the lane whenever you have so many resources that are open for you around the mid lane. It doesn't warrant you going out of your lane to get 300 gold. Because that's how they fought before. Because now they didn't think really too much about, oh yeah, you get the pressure in the lane and everything. They didn't really think about that. They thought, oh yeah, so we can get 300 gold, or we can get a bit more XP and gold as well. Still, let me stay in the mid lane. Yeah, you see, that's what they think. And the only champions where you might see movement are gonna be like Talon and Zed, because they're the ones that can assassinate you very quickly and get out and go back to their lane without normally losing a mid wave. Or if they lose a mid wave, they're just losing 1. And if you go to the bot lane, you get 600 gold. It's going to always be more than that. So, yeah. But we're in the game for game 1. I didn't talk about the Lucian for Sneaky, which I don't like. But again, you kind of needed some early game or some mid game power, because right now, yeah, you're going to be feeling stunted in the first 25 minutes. 25 to 35 minutes. Let me put this in a better place. That's not a better place, to be honest. Where can I put this? Here? Here, actually. Like that. I guess that's fine. It's kind of weird to have the face normally in the top left, but I guess that's the best position I can get it on. So, let's focus on the game. Normal starts for basically everyone. Longsword for Dade. You're not going to see him go Mirror Mana or anything like that normally. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you do see Mirror Mana. Red Trinket going to be used, and that's going to just be a ward clear, and Lamination getting into jungle to place that on the red. This does take a response from Acorn and Spirit. I don't know why Acorn... I mean, there's no wave anyway, you know, because the minions are spawning at about 134? 134, I think. Okay, Heart just didn't move for about 5 seconds. I thought he didn't even see the ward going down, but he did. That was weird. But yeah, okay, so the minions spawn at 130-ish. Because basically, lanes don't start before 2 minutes. That was how it was before Season 6. And then at Season 6, they were like, okay, yeah, this is very long. 2 minutes is very, very long. Oh, that's a fight. That's a level 1 fight, and Heart is going to be left to dry. And that is just going to be first blood for High immediately. And now they have control over the bot side. Acorn is going to TP to the top lane to get the CS, but Balls not. Okay, he's just going to go back and then probably TP up. This ain't good for him, though. I don't think so. But so why did Samsung Blue walk in like that? Because they thought that basically C9 were going to play this while switching lanes, probably. Which is kind of weird because you want that matchup to be sneaky versus deft in the bot lane, because Lucian should have a better time in the 2v2. But then again, you kind of wanted Balls to not be in this bad matchup against Acorn. And Spirit is going to be able to steal the other red, but he's only on one camp. Actually, no, he's on two camps. He is on two camps already. And High, not in the best of spots, and Balls taking a lot of damage in that matchup. Not going to get hit by the spear, but still around 150 HP. Going to get the level 2, though, so he's going to still be feeling quite safe normally. There is Pounds, though, on Acorn. Rune Prison is going to go down. There's a lot of training in that top lane. Acorn going to jump in, going to use the flash because, well, yeah, great. You pounced in, but you're still going to take the damage from all of the kit of Rise. Now, Spirit going to come in, going to be spotted by that ward right before Balls is in any danger. So, Balls having a good time right there. That was well played in the top lane, but now Acorn has his sustain in the lane, so gonna be harder for him to do much now. And remember, he has lost CS in the early game, hasn't gotten everything. He did hit level 3, but that's okay. Acorn knows that this place was warded, but Spirit is staying. Oh my god, that is bad. That is very bad, because Acorn saw the ward getting placed down. He saw the ward getting placed down. Why would Balls ever walk up when he knows that he plays the ward? So, oh my god. But Acorn should have said that. They're going to take a lot of damage, going to use the rocket jump. Oh, Hard going to try and dodge. He did dodge the Dark Binding, but does not survive from all the damage. And C9 with a very good early game right now. Of course, their level 1 did help, and that is something that is not really foreseen. However, now Elimination going to put a lot of pressure onto Deft and force him to reset his back timer, which is going to give all that lane away, which is massive. Oh, Deft actually going to walk back in, but still going to lose the cannon, so that's a win. That's a big win for C9's bot lane. And also, of course, the fact that Sneaky got the kill. This is just great. This is great for C9 right now. They have a 1,500 gold advantage. And even in the top lane, Balls actually has a CS lead. A small one, but a CS lead nonetheless. And yes, okay, Dade does go with the tier. So this will be Miramana. Miramana and then probably Young's Ghost Blade after that. Or, I mean, an item with Brutalizer. Maybe probably Black Cleaver or something. Heart. Gonna be stunned, and Meteos is there also for the damage, and that is just great. That is really, really well done by C9. Again, just tracking the support, knowing what his move is going to be. He's already 0-3, and now Hard has been completely shut down. Yes, he did try to go for a move in the mid lane, and yeah, C9 responded perfectly on that. They responded perfectly. And they have control around that bot lane, and yeah, this is just good. This is just good plays. Of course, Spirit's going to be able to get a bit of a vision around the top lane and control over that one, over the top side of the map, which does act a bit as a split map, and Balls should have less freedom to play the game, but will that be that much of an issue? If he can just place down those wards and stay safe and farm up, that's all you want from a Rise. Red buff is going to be taken. I think that was just him taking down the small thing that was remaining. But on the other side, C9 has not done so. Deft gonna jump in too far. Gonna take a lot of damage. Gonna get ignited as well. Around 100 HP. Gonna be able to go back. But left with 100 HP on that trade. This was bad. Badly played here. And Sneaky gonna walk up, still doing a lot of damage to Hard with that light Piercing Light. A lot of good plays from C9 right here. I like what I'm seeing. And Deft is completely nullified in the start of the lane. We'll see how this will go when 20 minutes hit. Deft shouldn't be able to play the... Oh, the Dark Binding actually connects. That's a TP. Rai is actually TPing in, and Hard is going to be left to die. The TP will not actually amount to anything. That's kind of unfortunate. It is going to... Okay, so they're going to actually get one more wave, and probably play it with that after. But yes, okay, so with balls being here, they have the prime positioning on that Drake, but they will lose a lot of damage on that top turret, since no one is responding to that, because, yeah, the map is split. The map is completely split. You have the top side of the map completely for Samsung Blue right now, since Sneaky and Elimination were just here for the bot lane, and that's it. You know, they just really dominated bot lane so hard that Meteos was like, okay, well, bot lane is going to be our top priority and nothing else anyway. You know, Rise, yeah, you're going to fall behind, but you're Rise. You're going to still be okay whenever you hit your 2-item power spike and have level 16 or maybe just even 13. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And so that is going to be Brutalizer for Sneaky. Just a lot of armor pen in the early game. That's okay. That's not a bad play again to get that item first. Heart playing towards the top lane again, just trying to give more for Acorn. A bit more freedom. Of course, there's already a 15 CS lead, and now Heart going in from behind, maybe behind balls. This would be a good play. This would be a good play. He might fall, but I don't know about that. Everyone else is 0-0 except for Heart, who's 0-4. And now Spirit is also here. Okay, Balls is completely dead, unfortunately. He will not be able to leave this with both Heart and Spirit showing up. So he should just farm up the wave. There's no way he can leave anyway. He's trying not to give the assists, I see. But I see that he's just not trying to give the assists. So just making them lose time, which is right. Just giving the solo kill instead of actually giving anyone else more gold. And of course, that's not only something that Rice could do thanks to the move speed on the R. That was a lot of damage on the way, by the way, from the Shock Blast. On too high, but one potion and he's okay. Will Deft walk up? He doesn't seem to be, and of course, since Sneaky didn't take the ball lane turret, this means that they will have to go forward a lot more. And Heart actually flashed out on that Dark Binding. He was really, really scared of anyone else showing up. And he was probably right, since there was Meteos waiting on the corner. So once again, I don't think the turret should be the priority for Sneaky to get, but he will go for it. He will go and take it. Cocoon actually connects onto High. Dark Binding. High actually flashes into the hook, but will get the kill onto Deft with the ultimate, the Unleashed Power. The Shock Blast will not connect, and this will be a 2-for-1 for C9. High 3-1-0. Sneaky 3-0-2. And now Balls has complete freedom to farm up that top lane. He is going to get back in CS. Even if, well, Acorn is going to farm that wave, but he's still going to be really relevant now. Balls is going to be relevant, and that is the best thing you can want for your Rise let on weak side. For him to be relevant. So that's good. Deft going to walk up to the top lane. Probably going to have a switch from Sneaky as well, once he sees Deft. Deft actually had to flash out from the Dark Binding, and then gets pushed in by Heart. Heart is a secret agent right now. Secret agent Heart gives the kill over to High, because actually, with High coming in thanks to the Flay, that gave him the range to get the R. If he just flayed him to the other side, it was fine. But no, he didn't. No, he did not. So that was just a free extra kill that shouldn't have happened, and now your Tristan is so far behind. 50 CS down compared to Sneaky. he has been given the resources to do this sort of stuff, and now High not in a good spot, gonna get hit by the binding and the cocoon, and just gonna go down. And now this is scary because Dade 1-0-0, not even having an item completed yet, and already dealing a lot of damage. So we'll see how this will go. And now, I'm scared if I am balls. That's potentially a 3-man coming in onto you, but the hook will not connect. The hook will not connect, and balls will just go back slowly. Gonna be a third trade, another one. That does mean that, of course, Acorn is really strong, but he goes with the AP build. Acorn goes AP. Everyone else in the tournament went Bruiser whenever he chose Nidalee, and Acorn is the one that chooses AP build. I don't know about that. I don't know, because right now, who is... I'm just thinking, who's going to be able to really split push? But if you just hit one spear now, yeah, you're gonna be able to kill anyone, I think. Hit one spear, flash in, use the pounce, and then get the kill. Binding will hit onto Spirit. Gonna take a lot of damage, but no ultimate thrown in. Just gonna be repelling away. A lot of damage onto High. That one dealt a lot of damage. And of course, that's because the Man Immune is complete. One Shock Blast. Ooh, good double stun. But Acorn gonna be able to heal himself up, of course. But that's gonna be turret, mid-turret. I don't know, man. C9 are playing this very well. C9, okay. Of course, Heart has played a bit as a secret agent for C9 right now. But they have not let a lot of resources fall out of their hands. Now, this is kind of unfortunate here, having Deft be able to free farm a few waves here where he never should. But, yeah, of course, they let him in the side lane. They let him do this. So, yeah, he's going to be able to do this. He's going to be able to get that farm. Whenever you go to a side lane as an ADC with a jump as well. Oh, Deft, going to be spotted. Forced to use the explosive shot. And now I know the real name of the of the E, sorry, by the way. That's a lot of damage. And again, another cocoon connects. And, oh, we're going to be traded thanks to Sneaky, though. Still, though, not that great having High die again. Because of another hook from Heart. Of course, he did die again. He's 1-6-2. And he has definitely been targeted. You know, when I talked about him having a good KDA and good kill participation also. But most importantly, kill participation, of course, because KDA doesn't matter for support. But yeah, I talked about the fact that he had 12 assists per game. Well, right here, we're pretty far to that. We are only on 2 assists out of 4 kills. So his kill participation is 75%, which is his average still. Which is 76% average. But in 4 kills, that doesn't mean much. Now, all the first items are really coming for all the main carries. Not for Sneaky, of course, because he went with that Brutalizer before going in for the Eye Edge, which makes sense. It's not a bad thing to have done that. I'm going to be able to get a massive wave here. Look at that. Oh, that is good. All of that wave, all taken. And now it's a 60 CS advantage for Sneaky onto Deft. Massive advantage. And even in the top lane now, it has normalized. It has completely normalized. The CS advantage is going to be about 10, which doesn't mean anything. 10 CS is really, really minor. And this time on the map, yeah, Samsung Blue are getting matched. They're getting matched on the map. And it's weird to see the mid laners having actually not the most amount of farm in the game, like by far. Even Dade is on 127 when you have your top laner on 146. And of course, Deft has been so neutralized. And actually here, if they knew, Deft would be dead here if they knew. But they don't know where Deft is. That's the thing. They don't know because he is completely behind enemy lines. If they knew, my god, Deft was dead. Even the explosive shot and everything wouldn't have saved him. Explosive shot, rocket jump wouldn't have saved him at all. But of course, they didn't know where he was. And that's a 2-level advantage as well. Gonna be able to jump away. High will flash out of the cocoon and the hook will not connect. And oh, Dade gonna be taken down in the mid lane. Dade gonna be taken down. And Lord, a 3-man stun. That's massive. Gonna be able to get a kill for Balls now with all the damage thrown in. Meteos is gonna go down. No, not even. Meteos stays alive and Balls gets the triple kill. And that's an ace for Cloud9. What the hell is going on? What a game from Cloud9. This first game is massive. It's so well played. I'm sorry, but Samsung Blue look completely discombobulated. The flash from Acorn leaves Dade snared, and then he just walks. He just continues walking. What the hell is going on? Dade award. And the 3-man stun from High leaves Deft with 100 HP, who flashes back when Balls and Lemonation are already coming in. This was a 5-for-0, a clean ace. Samsung Blue will need to show up more, like much more, because that is a stomp. That is a stomp of a game. That really is right now. This early game has been dominated. And another stun onto Spirit, gonna take a lot of damage. The accelerated shock blast, though, dealt a lot of damage. Alongside a spear from Acorn, that was a lot of damage. But it didn't kill. But that does mean that even with 9,000 gold down, they're not out of the game yet, Samsung Blue. So we'll see how this will go. They're going to deal a lot of damage to that turret, but it's not going to be taken down. Oh, Midio's going to take that shock blast, though. And they have a lot of poke. That's one thing that you have to look into Samsung Blue's comp. They have a lot of poke. Will it be enough? We'll see. We'll see. But this game is not done, of course. It's not done. It's far from done. It's far from done. Of course, I think that the better scaling is on C9 slightly, thanks to having a jungler, first of all. So yeah, you know. Ooh, they're looking behind. They're behind. All of Cloud9 is coming in from behind. The flash out from Dade from the stun from Syndra. High has had some good stuns, that's for sure. Ball's gonna be stunned by the cocoon. Slow Spirit. Gonna try and jump out, but gonna be able to go onto Sneaky and flash out. But of course, Sneaky can just dash and get that kill. Are C9 gonna try the Baron? No, they're gonna go and try and collapse on mid lane and take a good amount of damage. But Balls again. That was a very nice amount of damage onto him by the spear. The javelin toss. But this is an interesting game, man. This is very interesting. Because Cloud9 have definitely had the better of Samsung in the early game in this game. For sure. But if they don't continue what they're doing and accelerate a bit more right now, you're going to fall into some risks here. With Deft almost having the IH completed. Static Shiv going to come in probably in about 5, 7, 10 minutes. But of course, yeah. I mean, there's still a good amount of vision. You can look at the bottom side of the map here. If you look, I don't have the cursor. Wait a minute. It says that it's capturing the cursor, but if you look at the map at the bottom side, at the top side, the red side of the map. If you look at the blue jungle, blue jungle. You know what I mean. Okay, Spirit. That was dumb. I'm sorry. There are some small details that you should know, and now Ball's actually going to be isolated a bit. It's going to take a lot of damage, but not going to go down. Heart is going to get killed. The binding alongside all the damage, and Def going to get ignited, and probably is going to go down. Yes, the ignite is enough, even with the heal, because he didn't use it before the ignite. When you're on 50 HP... Okay, so I'm gonna pause and just talk about one small detail that you might have missed there. Why did this ward, going for this ward, was a bad idea for Spirit? Well, for a simple reason. The ward, if you look at the timer on the ward, it was complete. The timing of the ward was full. That means that it was just placed. It was just placed. You know there's people behind that. Why do you go for that ward? And that leaves you in a vulnerable position with balls coming in from behind with the TP, Hard having to lantern an Elise. That leaves you fully vulnerable. And no one died on that play for C9. Acorn behind the lines of C9, but I don't know about that. Yeah, he was spotted. He was spotted. And the dragon will just go over to C9, and Spear will not kill High, that's for sure. Not enough damage to kill High in one Spear, and that's just the third Drake. There's 11,000 gold in the lead for C9 now, and slowly but surely they are accelerating this game and not letting any resources for Deft or... Yeah, it's just a great plan right now. They've played this game very well. This early game has just been massive. And this shows that, yeah, NA in 2014 were pretty good. They were good. That's it. They were good. But ooh. Alright, so you have 2 items on Dade, which can be a bit of a problem now. But there are some defensive items that are making their way in the game. And Acorn gonna take the full culling here. Gonna be forced to heal himself. That was 200 HP. That was very, very close. And Acorn gonna be forced to use all of his mana to heal himself up. And if not, he's just gonna have to heal. He's just gonna have to go back to the fountain. So that's a lot of time loss again, and he doesn't have the second item. He doesn't have a second item. Acorn, the guy that has had a pretty free early game, doesn't actually have a second item yet, and they are going to be spotted by the Lantern here. C9 going to be spotted by the Lantern. They don't know that there are 2 wards in there, unfortunately, so because you didn't place a ward outside of the pit, where you should have, you know. So, of course, they know that you're baiting it. Which kind of sucks. Like, it really sucks. Acorn gonna heal himself up again. But yeah, C9... Okay, they're not playing that right around the Baron here, and they're giving it away a lot of free gold for Samsung. If you're a more decisive team here, you just go for the Baron and force them to come to you. You are so much stronger. But, of course, you are playing against great amount of poke here. You know, you're playing against Jace and Nidalee, so the poke is deadly. It is pretty deadly, but the damage of the Javelin Toss has been reduced since 4.2, 3, 4, 5. 4.5, I think, were the changes from Nidalee, actually. And yeah, you're in 4.11 here, and the damage of the Javelin Toss has been changed, I think, and it's much lower when you're going AP. And AD doesn't really change anyway. Shock Blast, as you can see, yeah, it's about 300 damage, or 400, but it's not actually that bad. You can take those. You can take those if you're Meteos. You can take those if you're sneaky, because you got a small amount of lifesteal as well in your kit. If you're high, you got yourself a Zhonya, so you're fine. Even if, of course, I would have preferred some Ninja Tabais in there as well, because, I mean, come on. Come on. You went with Morello anyway. What the fuck are you expecting? So, yeah, that's pretty bad. So, we got 2 items on Deft now, who has definitely got out of his slump a bit, and actually is even on CS now. He really farmed his way back up in this game for being relevant. But Sneaky is, of course, still far ahead. He has 6 kills. You have 1 assist. That's the best that you got right now. So Sneaky is still probably about 2,000 gold ahead, and you can see that in the build that he has. He has that Brutalizer, which is about 1,100, and the Berserker's Greaves, which is 800 gold extra. So yeah, Negatron Cloak, not gonna save you at all. I don't know why you're going with that. I mean, and no matter what, if you get hit by a CC, you're dead. That's the thing. If you get hit by a CC and don't buffer the rocket jump, you're dead. And Acorn is going to take a lot of damage and going to go down from the culling. A flash in from high, though, was needed from that, but Acorn flashed out. So now what I want is some decisiveness and C9 going for that Baron. You're in a 4v5. Just go for it. Deft even is in the bot lane right now. He's going to take a lot of time to get in there, and they are going to start it. They are going to start that Baron. It is warded, though, and there is a smite to go against that. Lamination gonna take the cocoon. Not gonna take too much damage. Gonna use the Spell Thief's Edge active. The 3rd level of Spell Thieves. I don't remember the name of it. But you just forced them to come here, and you didn't actually get anything out of that. TP is gonna be used in the pit. I don't... Okay, so they're looking for a fight now, Samsung Blue. Samsung Blue are looking for the fight. High completely isolates himself. That's pretty bad. Gonna take a good amount of damage. Hard is gonna be forced to flash out after the Unstoppable Force, but he's gonna go down and... Oh, what a stun! What a stun onto death by High just before he goes down. Double kill for Sneaky. Balls actually with the TP on the side. Gonna take a good amount of damage, but gonna deal as much as he took, and that is going to be 4 kills. Acorn gonna also go down. Quadra kill for Sneaky, who has played this game like a man possessed. This is imp level right there, boys. And he's gonna be forced to tank the Baron here, though, but should be fine. They should be able to get it. Meteos can now tank 2 hits. They have the smite. Even if everyone is in blinking health bars, everyone stays alive and get the Baron. This was a 1 for 5 again. 21 kills to 5. Guys, C9 have played so much better than whatever Samsung Blue are doing in this game. Like, seriously, like, all of that here, yeah, sure, great. Okay, so the Ignite finishes off High. Then Spirit goes too far up, forced to use his Repel, and just goes back down anyway. And then Sneaky finishes 1, finishes 2, finishes 3. Acorn looking to jump back in just to try and get maybe one of the kills that are in there, but he doesn't know where Sneaky is, so Sneaky just finishes it thanks to the culling, gets a quadra kill. And this is just C9 playing better. This is just C9 playing better. And now, the poke that you can get onto Sneaky is not gonna matter, because he now has a Bilgewater Cutlass, so he's going to heal everything you can deal. Also, I'm sorry I won't have the time to do the whole series today. I might continue this tomorrow, I don't know. Oh, what the hell was that damage? From 1 orb, that was 600 damage, and of course you cannot run if you're Dade in this situation, unfortunately. So, Dade just goes down for a 3rd time, and Samsung Blue are not looking like a Korean team, that's for sure. Not in this game. But that was something that would happen in their composition. If you're playing into a 2v2 into the Tristana and have the possibility of just playing the game normally, yeah, Tristana is going to struggle. Tristana is going to struggle pretty hard. And that's what you can see here. She went 60 CS down in the early stages of the game. Yeah, sure, she's now even in the CS. Great. You were still stifled so hard that the enemy AD carry got 11 kills and has a full item on you. Because you went with the Quicksilver Sash. He has a full item on you. So, have fun. Have fun. He has so much power compared to whatever Tristana has right now. He's also a level up. Still, still a level up. Everyone has XP advantages in C9's team. Even the support has a level advantage. Meteos is gonna just use his ultimate and get out. That was a bit free, and that was just a blue. That was just Samsung Blue doing all they could to get a blue. I mean, yeah, get the small victories while you can, that's okay, I guess. But you have a 17,000 gold advantage for this C9 team. I mean, yeah, they're just far ahead. I don't know what to say more than that. They're just far ahead. This C9 team is just playing really well in this game. I do know they lose the series, by the way, but I'm doing as if they don't, okay? I don't even know if they win this game. Because right now, yeah, it's just... What else do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about, oh yeah, Samsung Blue, they're defiant and they're not losing this game in about 20 minutes? Why would you talk about that, Why would you talk about the team just because you know it wins? No, come on. I don't even know if they win this game, but I would assume they lose this, and then they reverse. Well, they don't reverse sweep because reverse sweep would be a 3-2, 2 and then 3. because now it's just a 4-game series. But yeah, okay. But the first game, just this one, is completely just all C9. This is all C9. And that's just what I want to see. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that from Western teams in tournaments like that. They've played exceptionally well here, and it's unfortunate that they won't be able to keep this performance for the other 3 games that are played. They definitely have the level to get far in this tournament. I'm talking about semifinals in the tournament. Come on, did you see the damage that Deft was dealing here as well? Like, damn, that was like 1 auto dealt 200 damage. Great. Good job. When you're going against that much range, good job. Like, if you ever enter a fight from side or anything like that, yeah, have fun. Oh, Dade gonna be stunned. Completely 100 to 0'd with the damage from balls and the rune prison. He was, he had fun. That's all I can say. He had fun in the game. And this is C9 getting their second inhibitor and their 24th kill. And 12 of them are on Sneaky. This is massive. What a carry performance. And also, we have to talk about Elimination with 20 out of the 24 kills in participation. This is big. Elimination has had a pretty good tournament. I liked what he did when he played that Morgana already once before, I think. I think he played it once before, yeah. And Dev going to be forced to jump away with a rocket jump when Meteos gets onto him. No unleashed power, but both Nexus turrets are down. C9 looking to end this game and go 1-0 against Samsung Blue. A lot of damage. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. That's a triple kill. That's a quadra? Is that a pentakill? That's not a pentakill. He didn't get the 2 last kills, but it doesn't matter in the end because this is C9 victory on the first game. The first game is C9 victory. However, I will be forced to stop this today. I hope you guys enjoy this on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time on YouTube. Bye.